Eis que eu te pergunto, where does one start with a character design? Get yourself some nice water and we will get into it. Bullied as a child, that Fire Genasi grew up ashamed of his appearance, quickly learning that the best way to get by would be hidden under robes and facial coverings. Niran was able to find his way as a light cleric, and with his hand, which is always warm to the touch, he went on a journey to heal and find a place to belong. Setting off in all sorts of adventures, he got to learn about friendship and trust. Little by little, Niran was starting to get a little out of his shell. A little narrative, descriptions, and some visual references. That's what I believe to be step one into making a nice character design. Information. One thing that I instantly think about when clerics are mentioned is hope. So taking this concept and bringing it to the character's pose, what would hope look like for someone who has been rejected from a young age? I think acceptance. First, from one's own self, making sure to build some inner security, and second, from the outside. Think about it. Now there's a whole party of adventurers who accept Niran and trust their lives to him in a way, right? He's a cleric after all. So I went in that direction. I made Niran like he's reaching out to the warmth of friendship while revealing his face with a genuine, shy smile. Adding his amulet to go with the nice floaty scarf and belts. His belts are decorated with Middle Eastern looking chains and small metal pieces. His clothes are simple, light, and show a little bit of his skin, so we are able to see a little of the shining freckles and veins. I gotta make sure that, although he's used to hide himself from the world, we, as the viewers, must be able to tell he is a Genasi. For the colors on this character, I thought it would be interesting to avoid colors that resemble fire on his clothing, so I went with cold hues, especially on the huge scarf thing, contrasting with the warmer tones of his skin, eyes, and hair. I really like to add grays and more muted tones to compose the colors. It helps me bring everything together in a cohesive way. There isn't a particular right way to start a character painting. For me, and especially when it comes to those commissions, I like to start with a little narrative, so I can base my decisions off of that. For having a precise description and an idea of the background of the character helps me build limiting parameters. You see, no matter how you start the process, it's very important to have parameters. Let's say you are creating a character for yourself, beleza? You may want to add absolutely everything that you find it's cool. And yes, I am guilty of that too when it comes to creating my own characters. And it definitely makes the process harder. However, and again, when it comes to those commissions, I have usually very specific parameters to work within. And this is great. It helps me figure out what works and what doesn't work for this specific case. Say your character is agile and shy, for example. I won't make they standing super proudly showing off dressed in a huge armor, right? Designing the visual for a character is making choices that match the story and the personality of said character and enhances his presence in the world he inhabits. So next time you are having trouble starting a design, remember, set parameters and find a way to justify your choices. I really want to take a brief moment to thank my patrons. I don't think I ever mentioned their names properly, so I'm gonna try this now. So there we go. Thank you, John Saylor, Kyler Jocelyn, Charlie Rhodes, Desdemond Leak, Ethan Zoteler, William Davies, Taylor Tomatoff, Victor Pazzini, Bradley Mitchell, Dean Frazee, Devin Kosowan, Kay Strobes, Kristen P., Roman Mihaliska, Loki, and Gabriela Canella. I immensely appreciate your support. Alright, let's go for a short recap. A character design starts with parameters, which are key features that will guide you to find the best solutions to create a unique visual design. Creating a character, however, goes beyond that, and you have to think about anatomy, perspective, color, theory, and so on, but worry not, relaxa aí. There's a ton of content around those topics on the interwebs, and I'll surely make more videos on these topics too, so we can chat about everything character design related. That's my jam, and we're gonna learn together. Like I'm sharing here what I know about making art, but I am constantly learning too. We are together in this endless journey of getting better at making beautiful art pieces. My process is always changing in some way, and it's funny to watch and edit this recording from a year ago. I can see the fundamentals are there, and I still like this work quite a lot too. Look at Needham, look at him, he's so cute. I hope he's doing well. And I hope you are doing well too, alright? Stay safe. I've been Rodrigo Rizzo, and you can support my personal work and those videos on my Patreon at patreon.com/Rodrigo Rizzo. And follow me on Instagram for more art. Vai dar bom, tá tudo certo. Have a good one, stay hydrated, and do not let bullying go on, alright? Peace. Ciao, ciao.